You can't start walking the road until you've become the road itself. This old saying from Buddhism carries a deep truth. The journey to being true to yourself starts from within. Today, we're setting off on a journey of self-discovery, guided by the wisdom of Buddhist teachings. But don't worry, this trip isn't just for Buddhists. Anyone who wants to understand themselves better and live authentically is welcome aboard. As we begin this adventure, we'll uncover the secrets of understanding ourselves through the lens of Buddhism. We'll explore simple yet powerful ideas like being kind to ourselves and finding balance in life's ups and downs. These teachings aren't just for monks in faraway temples. They're for everyone, no matter who you are or where you're from. Buddhism has wisdom that speaks to the heart of being human. It teaches us to accept imperfection, show kindness, and let go of what's holding us back. This isn't about converting to a new religion or following strict rules. It's about tapping into our inner wisdom and living in harmony with our true selves. In a world full of noise and distractions, Buddhism offers a sanctuary, a place where we can find peace within ourselves. Through mindfulness and reflection, we can peel away the layers of our conditioning and discover who we really are. And by doing so, we can live lives that are more genuine, meaningful, and deeply satisfying. Together, we'll uncover how the timeless wisdom of Buddhism can light our way and lead us to a more genuine way of living. Understanding the self in Buddhism. In Buddhism, the concept of selflessness, or anatta, challenges our conventional understanding of the self. Unlike many other philosophies or religions, Buddhism teaches that there is no permanent, unchanging essence or soul that defines who we are. Instead, the self is seen as a constantly evolving and interconnected process influenced by various causes and conditions. Anatta teaches us to see beyond the illusion of a fixed self and recognize that everything, including ourselves, is impermanent and interdependent. This perspective encourages us to let go of attachments to a rigid sense of identity, leading to greater freedom and inner peace. By understanding anatta, we can begin to loosen the grip of ego and cultivate a more compassionate and inclusive outlook on life.
Understanding karma involves recognizing that every action, whether positive or negative, carries consequences. Resentment only perpetuates negative karma. By forgiving others, individuals can break the cycle of negative karma and create the conditions for greater peace and happiness in their lives. It's important to note that forgiveness in Buddhism is not always easy, especially in cases of deep betrayal or trauma. It is a process that requires patience, compassion, and self-reflection. Sometimes forgiveness may not happen all at once, but unfolds gradually over time as individuals cultivate greater understanding and compassion for themselves and others. Ultimately, practicing forgiveness in Buddhism is a profound act of self-liberation. By letting go of resentment and embracing forgiveness, individuals free themselves from the shackles of the past and open their hearts to greater love, compassion, and joy. As the Buddha said, "Hatred does not cease by hatred, but only by love. This is the eternal rule." Through the practice of forgiveness, individuals can break free from the cycle of suffering and cultivate a life filled with peace and harmony. Number 2, live with intention. In Buddhism, living with intention means consciously directing our thoughts, words, and actions towards what truly matters to us, guided by our values and aspirations. It's about aligning our daily choices with our deeper purpose and vision for our lives, rather than drifting aimlessly or being driven solely by external circumstances. At the heart of living with intention is the recognition of impermanence and the preciousness of life. Buddhists believe that life is fleeting and uncertain, and therefore it's essential to make the most of each moment by living with purpose and mindfulness. One key aspect of living with intention is clarifying our values and priorities. This involves reflecting on what truly matters to us, what brings us fulfillment and meaning, and what we aspire to achieve in our lives. By gaining clarity about our values, we can make decisions that are in alignment with our deepest aspirations, leading to a greater sense of fulfillment and purpose. Living with intention. This may involve setting specific, measurable goals in various areas of our lives, such as career, relationships, health, and personal development. Another essential aspect of living with intention is practicing mindfulness in our daily activities. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can become more attuned to our intentions and make conscious choices that are in alignment with our values and aspirations. Living with intention also requires taking responsibility for our choices and actions. Instead of blaming external circumstances or others for our circumstances, we take ownership of our lives and empower ourselves to create positive change. This involves cultivating a mindset of accountability and resilience, recognizing that we have the power to shape our destinies through our intentions and actions. Moreover, living with intention involves cultivating gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. Instead of constantly striving for future goals or dwelling on past regrets, we learn to fully embrace and savor the richness of each moment, recognizing the beauty and blessings that surround us. Living with intention in Buddhism is about living consciously, purposefully, and authentically. It's about aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with our deepest values and aspirations, and embracing each moment with mindfulness and gratitude. By living with intention, we can create a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and in harmony. Number 3. Cultivate generosity. Generosity is a fundamental virtue in Buddhism, rooted in the principle of compassion and interconnectedness. It is the practice of giving freely and selflessly without expecting anything in return, and it is considered a powerful means of cultivating positive qualities such as kindness, compassion, and joy. Generosity in Buddhism is not limited to material giving, but encompasses all forms of giving, including giving of one's time, attention, skills, and even forgiveness and understanding. It is a way of opening the heart and connecting with others on a deep level, transcending the boundary. The Buddha himself was a model of generosity, freely giving of his teachings, time, and resources to all who sought his guidance. He often emphasized the joy and liberation that comes from giving, stating, "Generosity brings happiness at every stage of its expression." We experience joy in forming the intention to be generous. Practicing generosity in Buddhism involves cultivating a generous mindset and actively seeking opportunities to give. This may involve acts of charity and philanthropy, such as donating to those in need or volunteering for charitable organizations. However, generosity is not limited to grand gestures. Even small acts of kindness and generosity can have a profound impact on others and bring joy to both the giver and receiver. Moreover, cultivating generosity in Buddhism involves overcoming the obstacles of attachment and selfishness. It requires letting go of the mindset of scarcity and recognizing the abundance that exists in the world. By cultivating a spirit of generosity, individuals can break free from the cycle of craving and dissatisfaction and experience a deep sense of fulfillment and contentment. One powerful practice for cultivating generosity in Buddhism is the practice of dana, or giving. Dana involves giving freely and generously to support the spiritual teachings and community. It is considered one of the fundamental virtues in Buddhism and is seen as a means of purifying the mind and cultivating wholesome qualities. Additionally, cultivating generosity in Buddhism involves practicing gratitude and appreciation for the generosity of others. By recognizing the kindness and generosity that we have received from others, we can cultivate a sense of humility and gratitude, which in turn motivates us to be more generous towards others. Cultivating generosity in Buddhism is about cultivating a heart of compassion and kindness towards all beings. It is a practice that not only benefits others, but also brings joy, fulfillment, and liberation to the giver. By cultivating generosity, individuals can cultivate positive qualities such as compassion, kindness, and joy, and contribute to creating a more compassionate and harmonious world. Number 4. Practice self-reflection. It involves looking inward with honesty and mindfulness, examining our thoughts, emotions, and actions with the aim of gaining deeper understanding and wisdom. At the heart of self-reflection in Buddhism is the recognition of the impermanent and interconnected nature of reality. By turning our attention inward and observing the ever-changing nature of our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, we come to realize the transient and conditioned nature of our existence. This insight helps to loosen the grip of attachment and aversion, leading to greater freedom and liberation from suffering. Self-reflection in Buddhism involves cultivating mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without judgment. Through mindfulness, we can observe the fluctuations of our mind with clarity and objectivity, gaining insight into the causes and conditions that give rise to our thoughts and emotions. One of the key benefits of self-reflection in Buddhism is the cultivation of self-awareness. By observing our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with mindfulness, we become more attuned to the patterns and tendencies of our mind. This heightened self-awareness allows us to recognize unwholesome habits and tendencies that may be causing suffering and to cultivate more positive qualities such as kindness, compassion, and wisdom. Self-reflection in Buddhism also involves examining our actions and intentions with honesty and integrity. This includes reflecting on the ethical implications of our actions and the consequences they have on ourselves and others. By taking responsibility for our actions and their consequences, we can cultivate greater mindfulness and integrity in our interactions with the world. Moreover, self-reflection in Buddhism involves reflecting on the nature of the self and the illusion of separateness. By investigating the nature of the self with mindfulness and insight, we come to realize that the self is a construct of the mind, devoid of inherent existence. This insight into the emptiness of self leads to a profound shift in perspective, freeing us from the egocentric view of the world and opening our heart. Through regular meditation practice, we can develop the skills of mindfulness and self-awareness, deepening our understanding of ourselves and the nature of reality. Self-reflection in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater self-awareness, wisdom, and liberation from suffering. By turning our attention inward with mindfulness and insight, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, leading to greater peace, clarity, and by letting go of attachment to outcomes and preferences, we can free ourselves from the tyranny of desire and aversion and find peace in the midst of life's uncertainties. Moreover, fostering equanimity in Buddhism involves cultivating a sense of interconnectedness and compassion for all beings. By recognizing the common humanity that unites us all, we can develop a deep sense of empathy and compassion for others, regardless of their circumstances. This sense of interconnectedness helps to dissolve the barriers of self and other, leading to greater harmony and unity in the world. One powerful practice for fostering equanimity in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a space for quiet contemplation and inner reflection, allowing us to cultivate a sense of calm and equanimity in the midst of life's challenges. Through regular meditation practice, we can train the mind to remain steady and balanced, even in the face of adversity. Fostering equanimity in Buddhism is a transformative practice to greater peace, clarity, and freedom. By cultivating mindfulness, acceptance, and compassion, we can develop a deep sense of inner balance and stability, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. Number 6. Cultivate patience. Patience is a virtue highly esteemed in Buddhism, seen as an essential quality on the path to enlightenment and liberation from suffering. It is the ability to remain calm, composed, and tolerant in the face of difficulties, delays, or provocation, without becoming agitated or reactive. At its core, cultivating patience in Buddhism is rooted in the understanding of impermanence and the law of karma. Buddhists believe that all things are transient and subject to change, and that every action has consequences. By recognizing the impermanent nature of reality and the interplay of causes and conditions, we can cultivate patience as both challenges and setbacks. One of the key benefits of cultivating patience in Buddhism is the cultivation of inner peace and resilience. Patience allows us to remain steady and composed amidst life's ups and downs, maintaining a sense of calm and equanimity even in the face of adversity. This inner peace provides a solid foundation for responding to difficulties with wisdom and compassion, rather than reacting impulsively out of frustration or anger. Cultivating patience in Buddhism involves cultivating mindfulness, the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. Through mindfulness, we can observe the arising and passing away of impatience and frustration with clarity and objectivity, without becoming swept away by them. This mindful awareness helps to create space between stimulus and response, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with greater wisdom and skillfulness. Another important aspect of cultivating patience in Buddhism is the cultivation of acceptance and non-attachment. Patience involves accepting things as they are, without clinging to desires or expectations for how things should be. By letting go of attachment to outcomes and preferences, we can free ourselves from the suffering caused by craving and aversion and find peace in the midst of life's uncertainties. Moreover, cultivating patience in Buddhism involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and cultivating compassion for others. By recognizing that everyone is on their own journey, facing their own challenges and struggles, we can develop empathy and understanding for others, even when they may test our patience. This sense of interconnectedness helps to dissolve the barriers of self and other, leading to greater harmony and compassion in our relationships. One powerful practice for cultivating patience in Buddhism is meditation. Meditation provides a space for quiet contemplation and inner reflection, allowing us to cultivate a sense of calm and patience in the midst of life's challenges. Through regular meditation practice, we can train the mind to remain steady and patient, even in the face of adversity. Cultivating patience in Buddhism is a transformative practice that leads to greater peace, clarity, and freedom. By cultivating mindfulness, acceptance, and compassion, we can develop a deep sense of inner peace and resilience, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. Number 7. Letting go of ego. Letting go of ego is a central teaching in Buddhism, emphasizing the importance of transcending the illusion of a fixed and separate self. In Buddhism, ego is viewed as the root cause of suffering, as it leads.
The practice of ahimsa extends beyond mere avoidance of physical harm and encompasses a commitment to kindness, empathy, and non-violence in all aspects of life. It encourages us to cultivate a mindset of harmlessness and to strive towards peaceful coexistence with all beings. How living in alignment with non-harming principles enhances authenticity. Living in alignment with non-harming principles enhances authenticity by fostering a deep sense of integrity and compassion in our interactions with others and with ourselves. When we commit to ahimsa, we make a conscious choice to honor the inherent dignity and worth of every being, recognizing that all life is interconnected and deserving of respect. Practicing non-harming requires us to cultivate mindfulness and awareness in our thoughts, words, and actions, ensuring that they are aligned with our deepest values and intentions. By refraining from causing harm to others, we create a safe and supportive environment that nurtures authenticity and trust. Moreover, living in alignment with non-harming principles enables us to cultivate a sense of inner peace and harmony. When we act with kindness and compassion towards ourselves and others, we create a positive ripple effect that extends beyond individual interactions and contributes to the well-being of the larger community. Honoring non-harming enhances authenticity by guiding us towards living in alignment with our deepest values and aspirations. It invites us to embody compassion and integrity in all aspects of our lives, fostering a sense of connection, wholeness, and authenticity. Embracing interdependence. Exploring the concept of interdependence, pratitya samutpada. In Buddhism, the concept of interdependence, or pratitya samutpada, reveals the interconnected nature of all phenomena. Pratitya samutpada teaches us that nothing exists independently or in isolation. Rather, everything is interconnected and arises in dependence on countless causes and conditions. This profound insight into interdependence challenges our conventional understanding of the self and the world around us. It invites us to recognize that our well-being and happiness are intricately linked to the well-being and happiness of all beings, as well as to the health of the planet as a whole. Pratitya samutpada emphasizes the web of relationships and dependencies that sustain life, highlighting the intricate tapestry of existence in which we are all woven together. How recognizing our interdependence with others fosters authenticity. Recognizing our interdependence with others fosters authenticity by deepening our sense of connection and belonging in the world. When we acknowledge that our lives are intimately intertwined with the lives of others, we can no longer view ourselves as separate or isolated entities. Instead, we come to see that our well-being is intimately linked to the well-being of others, and that our actions have far-reaching consequences that ripple out into the world. This awareness encourages us to act with greater mindfulness and compassion, knowing that our choices impact not only ourselves, but also the larger community of beings with whom we share this planet. Moreover, recognizing our interdependence with others invites us to cultivate a sense of humility and gratitude for the countless ways in which we are supported and nurtured by the world around us. It reminds us that we are not self-made individuals, but rather beneficiaries of the love, kindness, and generosity of countless beings, both seen and unseen. Recognizing our interdependence with others fosters authenticity by grounding us in a deep sense of connection, empathy, and responsibility. It invites us to live with greater integrity and compassion, knowing that our true fulfillment lies in nurturing the well-being and happiness of all beings. Cultivating wisdom. Discussing the role of wisdom, prajna, in Buddhist practice. Wisdom, known as prajna in Buddhism, is regarded as a fundamental aspect of the spiritual path. Prajna encompasses deep insight into the nature of reality and the underlying causes of suffering. It arises from a combination of clear seeing, discernment, and experiential understanding, rather than mere intellectual knowledge. The role of wisdom in Buddhist practice is to illuminate the path to liberation from suffering. By cultivating prajna, practitioners develop a deeper understanding of the three marks of existence: impermanence, anicca, suffering, dukkha, and non-self, anatta. This insight into the true nature of reality enables individuals to transcend the cycle of craving and attachment, leading to liberation or enlightenment. Wisdom also plays a crucial role in guiding ethical conduct and skillful action. By seeing things as they truly are, practitioners can make choices that are aligned with the principles of non-harming and compassion, fostering greater harmony and well-being for themselves and others. How cultivating wisdom leads to genuine self-expression. Cultivating wisdom leads to genuine self-expression by helping individuals connect more deeply with their true nature and aspirations. As practitioners develop insight into the nature of reality and the causes of suffering, they begin to unravel the layers of conditioning and delusion that obscure their authentic selves. Wisdom enables individuals to see through the illusion of a fixed and separate self, recognizing that the ego is merely a construct of the mind. With this understanding, they can let go of limiting beliefs and fears that inhibit self-expression, allowing their true essence to shine forth. Moreover, cultivating wisdom fosters a sense of clarity and discernment that enables individuals to express themselves more skillfully and authentically. With a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of all things, they can communicate with greater empathy and compassion, fostering genuine connections and understanding with others. Cultivating wisdom leads to genuine self-expression by illuminating the path to liberation from suffering and connecting individuals with their true nature. It empowers individuals to live with greater clarity, authenticity, and compassion, expressing themselves in ways that are aligned with their deepest values and aspirations. As we conclude our exploration of Buddhist teachings on authenticity, we have delved into profound insights that offer guidance for living a more genuine and fulfilling life. From understanding the impermanent nature of the self to embracing interdependence and cultivating wisdom, each teaching has illuminated a path towards authenticity and inner freedom. In the journey of self-discovery, the wisdom of Buddhism serves as a beacon, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. By integrating these teachings into our daily lives, we can cultivate a greater authenticity, compassion, and wisdom, enriching our own lives and the lives of those around us. As we continue on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth, we invite you to subscribe to Wisdom Diaries to explore more insights and practices that will support you on your path towards authenticity and well-being. Together, let us embark on a journey of inner transformation and discovery, guided by the timeless wisdom of the ages. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I look forward to sharing more wisdom with you in the future. Remember to subscribe to Wisdom Diaries to stay connected and continue learning together.